Alright, well thanks for joining us. So in this video I'm going to talk about navigating Google Sheets. We're going to just assume that you have very little experience with Google Sheets. Maybe you're familiar with Excel, maybe not. I'm just going to kind of start at ground zero. So we're going to talk about rows and columns, the cell data, the type of stuff that can go in there, how to do some cell formatting and using the formatting options up here, how to deal with the columns and row sizes, and being able to do some pretty neat stuff with that. We'll deal what I think is a pretty useful feature, that is freezing a row, and then just real briefly show you how you can move into charting if that's something that you want to go into. That should cover a lot of the basic stuff. So what I recommend is that you go to Google Drive, find whichever folder you want your spreadsheet to be in, and then just go up here and click New, and then go to Google Sheets. As always, it's a good idea to give it a title. We'll just say Google Sheets Demo. And if you look here, now we're looking at a spreadsheet. Basically, it's just like a big table. You've got your columns, which are the letters, your rows, which have numbers, and you can go all the way over here, or go all the way to Z. We can add more if we want. At any time, if you want to add more columns, you can just go up and right-click, and you can insert. I'll click over here on the V. That'll be a little bit easier. Right-click and insert one to the left or insert to the right. I think there's also a little triangle, downward-facing triangle right there. If I left-click on that, then that opens that up as well. Anyway, so we can go and add more columns if we want to. I'm going to go ahead and scroll all the way down, and by default there's 1,000 rows, but you can add more rows at any time. I'm just going to leave it at those default values. Also, if you wanted to just insert any particular row, you could right click over here on the row and delete a row or insert a row above or below, and we'll get to that here in a minute. So there you go. So at any point in time I can click on any cell, I can click and drag and select multiple cells, and that's pretty much what you've got. And when I've got whichever cell I have selected, you can see the column and the row are sort of darkened a little bit there. So what kind of stuff can you put inside a cell? Well, you can put in text. Hello world. You could type in numbers, so 42, or you could type in formulas. And let's say I'll just say 99 right there. And then if you want to do a formula, you always start off with equals. So equals, and you could actually type in numbers, 5 plus 7, enter. Or you could reference other cells here. So I could say equals, and then I'm going to click that 42, and then I'm going to type in plus, and then I'm going to use my mouse and click on the 99 and hit enter. And so now this cell, I guess it's C8, is the sum of the 42 and the 99. In fact, if I double click on that, you can see that it says equals C5 plus C6. And what's really nice is that those are color coded up there, and I'm just going to hit escape to back out of that, so it's still showing that. The neat thing is that it's a live formula. So for instance, if I were to change this 42 to a 1, now it's the 1 plus 99. This 12 is kind of annoying. I'm going to get rid of that. So there we go. So now it's 1 plus 99. If I change this to a, I don't know, 12, now I have 12 plus 99 is 111, or 11 to 1, as I like to say it. Anyway, so that's just the beginning of a formula. There's a whole lot more we could say about that, but let's go ahead and go on to formatting.